Purple. Continue on with what we were just doing after we took a quick break. So for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, it's a separate, completely different video. However, it is merely 20 minutes apart. I just had to grab something to eat. But anyway, long story short, what we're going to do is we're going to try to up our science points, therefore we can get bigger and better things in order to do bigger and better things. So if you haven't watched the last episode, feel free to check that out on YouTube. We have that on the channel. If you're on YouTube right now, it should be somewhere within the playlist that you're watching right now. So anyways, we will continue on with what we were doing. So what we had done, and I know it's been 20 minutes, but I still have to think about it. We built this big boy in order to get in here. So we had a technical error the last time we launched into orbit, where this thing, okay, where's this thing? Alright, so stop it. Alright, so before we get into it, just let me bring this up right quick. So before we get into it, what ended up happening was got into orbit, and I hit the next stage, and guess what? My rocket fell off because I had screwed up on my staging. So I figured it was time for a Snickers because I was getting a little mad. So hopefully this should rectify the situation. We'll just have to reconfigure everything pretty much from here up. So let's go through it. So we got these 4, 8. That's right. So this and this should decouple, right? That's right. So it's this and this. Okay, what's this? All right, let's bring this up. Why does it keep doing that? Thank you. All right, so that disconnects there. That's not where that disconnect is supposed to be. So that's where our rocket is. So our rocket's in there. The disconnect's just above it. Right? So this whole setup that I had an idea in my head, but unfortunately from the looks of it, it is not going to function as planned. Right? So we'll take that off just for ease of access here. So it ejects the rocket, right? And then it ejects that as the next one. And then it tries to fire said rocket, which isn't even attached anymore. It's drifting off in space. So that's kind of where we went wrong. So what we are going to do is just before we want to disconnect that just before we come into orbit, right? So we want to keep that on as long as possible. Alright, so now it disconnects this. We fire this, and this is good. So now I'm left thinking, what's going to be better in terms of the lower rocket, right? So that should do that. So we disconnect this flipper after hopefully getting in orbit, firing this. So what I could do is I could add another mini stage. Maybe that's the answer to this. Okay, so this is, I think this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take this off. All right. So This is confusing as shit when you have this many stages going on here. Okay, so let's systematically disassemble this. Actually, you know what? No. No, we're not. We want to keep this. Okay. I gotta think about this because this could go wrong very quickly. So that's gonna be the flipper on the side, right? Let's add another one. We're gonna put that in there. No, we're not. No, we're not. What am I trying to do? Okay, I need to build things, and then I will... Well, no, I can't, because I need to know which order they're going in. Okay, so what is this? What is this disconnecting? That is only disconnecting the rocket motor. Okay. Okay. So what we need is another one of these, right? So that mounts there. We're gonna put one. This is getting too big for my liking. But it's what we gotta do, I guess. Maybe. So that engines line. So what's that? 1.5, 1.25. So that's actually got more thrust and it weighs less. So all these added mechanics, however, can deflect its thrust to aid in craft control. So once we're up there, we don't need craft control so much. Right? Okay. Now what? I think this may be one of the most complex ones I've built yet. So then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do... Nope. Don't want to put it on the side. This. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not what we want to do. Where do we want this? I need to move this up so I can zoom in a little. Woo! What's going on, Squeals? Happy to have you here. 2. Okay, that's fine. 2, and then fire this. No, 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 no. Okay, there, that's a better view. I'm looking for that rocket. Gelden Quad said he was going to come on as well, so maybe he's lurking. Probably lurking. So okay, so we got 1, 2 firing. We don't want that to disconnect until after that rocket, so we need to move this up to 4, right? So that disconnects. Maybe. Oh, if I get this wrong, Jebediah is dead. Okay, so this disconnect, disconnect. Really, it doesn't matter what they do. I mean, the outside ones, as long as the inside ones disconnect, then they'll just attach to each other. It's no big deal. Okay, so we're gonna fire. When they're done, this is gonna fire at the same time. It's gonna launch these ones out. Okay. So hopefully we've got that fired. So the next one up on the list is gonna be this one. But we don't want that to fire until this has disconnected. So right here, we're going to put this here. We're going to move this up. Try to stay with me here, because this is complex as shit. Okay, so now I got to start from the beginning again. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. No. No, that's wrong. Okay, so we want this one to fire. But we don't want it to fire. Okay, so we need to switch this one. So 5 and 4 need to be switched. Okay. Right? So now it's going to fire that one and disconnect these big ones on the sides at the same time. Once it's done firing that, it's going to disconnect that. We'll move that up here for now because I don't know what that does. It's extra. So disconnect there. Fire this to get us into a good orbit. When we're ready, we're going to put that... You know what? Actually, let's... save ourselves some money because that thing has no purpose in space. No purpose. So disconnect there. Then we're going to fire that one. We don't want to fire that one until this one is disconnected. So this is going to go here. This one's going to go here. So disconnect, fire. Disconnect, fire. And then what is this disconnecting? I don't know. Extra pieces, obviously. We got some extra pieces here. Oh, is that the fin? Yeah, that's the fin. Okay. So by that point in time, by the time we use this one, we should be in orbit. Right? Like, that's the plan. That's the plan. So that would be correct. And then after this one is done firing and disconnecting there, we're going to disconnect that, drop that motor, and then we're ready to drop. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we're good. I think we're good. So with those 4, change that. We are going to bump these up to 60-ish. Okay, so they should all be 60 and 60.37 respectively. 66.6. Okay, so that extra 10% thrust ought to help with the fact that we've got just a little bit more length. Yes. Yes, that's good. Okay. Okay, well, time to launch. Time to launch. It's good. Right. You folks ready for a launch or what? We gonna send it. Kerbal, skip it over the ocean like a rock. I don't hope to do that. But we might very well do that. So far, we've done really well with getting our science points and upping our money. We haven't gone in the red. We have lots of respect. So we've done really well. We've done well for ourselves so far. Kerbal. I don't remember what the bring him home one was, but that one's going to be very prominent here very shortly. So let's let's hippity hop to it. Okay, we got this. We got this. Alright. I keep telling myself that we've got this, but I'm not sure if we got this yet. Alright. I like it when it's wobbly like that, because you know it's got the flexibility to get into space, right? Because quantum physics and we might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. We are going the wrong way, but we are gaining speed, so that's a thing. As long as we gain more speed faster than we lose. He's not doing a great job of keeping this. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that cool? That's. I meant to do that. This is how you deal with quantum physics. If you can't tell, that looks like a large. It's a rocket ship, but it looks like a large silicone rocket ship. As you can tell, I've got very flexible. Oh, yep. Okay, that's good. There we go. That's just a little less weight that we have to worry about. So we're good. Yep. So we're good. Oh, we blow. Okay. All right. So we're gonna adjust some things. Bring him home. Send the command link again. You should be able to do that as well, Squeals. Just put exclamation mark commands, and that should bring it up. Anyone should be able to do that, so you can see. So just for your excellent knowledge. All right. So let's. I think we need a little bit more of the go-go juice. So let's. Oops. Easy. So let's set that up to 77.7. That's pretty much 88.8. So we don't want to go back in time, but we want to go pretty close to it. So there. Alright. There we go. You found it. Awesome. Bring him home. Well, we gotta leave home in order for him to have to come back, so. Wow. Alright, let's do it. You ready for this? I'm ready for this. I'm hoping the extra speed, because for some reason, speed seems to hold this thing together. So if we can get above 110 meters per second sooner than later, we should be okay. Yeah, so it should be okay. Oh, it's a little bit flexible at the top. That seems to be what's going on here. This doesn't look like a large sex toy swinging through the air majestically. I don't know what does. So that's a thing. We have successfully made a rubberized aluminum spacecraft that both instills pleasure for Jebediah from the looks of it, as well as functions as a... Look at this! I have broken the game! Oh, alright, so we're off to an awful start. We've lost all of our rockets. Well, that's too bad. Okay, we need to rethink this. We need to rethink this right quick. For some people, it's a different thing. If you don't chew big red, then fuck you. All right, so we have an issue where at this particular area, it seems to be a little bit wibbly wobbly, if you know what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna adjust some things. Okay, so let's take all this off, right? Let's move these up. Okay, let's move these up so they're a little closer to the top, not too much. We don't want them too much up. But just enough so that, you know, for some people it's a different thing. You know? This ought to keep it from wibble wobbling as much. I'm hoping. Oh my gosh. This is just painful trying to put stuff on here. Like, I swear to God. Okay, that might be close. Actually, that's bang on. Perfect. Wrong kid died. Well, the wrong Kerbal. We need the wrong Kerbal died. That's what we need. Okay, so that should fix it. Just add more rockets. Well, we could, but there's a certain point where, you know, your amount of thrust does not equal the same amount of weight. So we got plenty of parts, and we're just barely over half maximum weight, but we don't have the stuff in order for. We don't have powerful enough engines. We got plenty of fuel, but not strong enough engines. Right. Let's try that. Let's see if this counteracts the floppy dildo thing that was going on. That was pretty impressive, though. I don't know how it hung together as long as it did. That was pretty amazing. And actually, I think if I had waited until it kind of stabled out and then disconnected the rockets, I think we would have been okay. Make it longer and floppier. It should get to space that way. The reciprocating... Oh, hold on. I might have to restart that one. I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, come on, mother trucker, come on, mother trucker, come on, mother trucker, come on. Alright, so we have successful, but not a rocket ship. We have wasted half of our fuel and we're barely a kilometer off the ground. Let's try that again. Have it curve to the left. Hey, you know why? Well, it was curving all sorts of ways right there, so. We turned that spaceship into a curly straw. Alright. There we go. We got a little bit of wobble going on. Nope. Oh, nope. Oh, nope. Oh, nope. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're bringing her back. We're bringing her back. We're good. We're good. We're good, fam. Alright, so before we kill Jebediah, who seems to be having a good time down in the corner, because he can't see out the windows, right? So it seems to be too top-heavy now. So when it's top-heavy, it tends to want to drift horizontal, opposed to when it was bottom-heavy, that makes it go straighter, right? So, but the issue is that we had it too low, and it's too long. So, oh shoot. Can I undo what I've just done? There was a way to do that. Edit stages, change tool, undo last. Yes, thank you. So we're gonna drop those off again. Shit, I did it again. Thank you. I want to grab the inside ones. Hey, could you do some stuff? That'd be cool. What in the sweet home Alabama is going on? Okay, whatever. You know what? Whatever. We'll put them a little bit lower. We'll mount them right there. What the fuck? I don't even know how to fix that. I don't. What? What is going on? What is this? Okay. I keep having to Play snakes and ladders with this damn spaceship. Okay, we're making it so big that the game's like dying. Oh, there we go. No, I was just off the screen with it. Cancel last. Cancel last. Okay, let's take that off. Alright, so we are gonna put these ones on there. So they're on. Whoop, easy girl, easy. So that should. Oh, nope. Thinking right there ought to do it. And then we'll put these ones on there. And we'll put them a little lower if we can. Just to try to keep everything centered. And that should do it. So we should be good. Hopefully that does it. Just add more rockets, make it longer and floppier. Less fuel, more engines. Have to curve it to the left. Oh no, make it curve up. Whoa. Wow. Alright, I don't know how to take any of this, but okay. Wow. I'm gonna go for the straight. I'm gonna go for the straight, okay? We're gonna go for the straight ones. I like the straight ones, you get up into space like faster. We got a little bit of wobble going on, but I'm hoping that steadies itself out. Come on. We're doing better. Jebediah's doing better. Alright, we are doing better. Okay, we might make it to the atmosphere this time. Oh no, she's falling apart under the... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, so I've paused it at the exact moment that Jebediah saw his teeth exit his asshole. So we're gonna revert the flight. Okay? You went a little too fast. We saved his life. He wasn't quite dead yet. So what I'm thinking now, because the design seemed to be going well until it wasn't, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop these down to 48. Okay, so now all the outside ones should be 48. These ones should be 79. That'll keep more thrust centered and the remaining thrust out, trying to keep it stable. What we are going to do as well, just for argument's sake, is we are going to put on some more fins up here. What are you doing, game? We're going to put some more fins up here. Just trying to keep it stable, right? Like, that's what we're after here. The more stable it is, the more likely we are to go. Maybe. So this should this should do it. We've already been up there, is the thing. But since I put that extra stage on, it's a little bit longer. And that length is what's really making it a lot less structurally sound, if you can't tell. So if we go up slow, then we run into this problem. Alright. Okay, well, we're coming all the way around, so we should be fine. Yep, there we go. Oh, almost. No. Okay. This is starting to annoy me. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? wants to lean that way really hard. I want to try something one more time. I have not tried getting good Gelden. I will add that onto my list, and we'll see how that goes. But it's pushing hard to the right. So if we do this, maybe this will counteract it. See how it's doing that? I'm starting to wonder if I didn't adjust all of them the same. Let's go back. Because for me to lean it over that way and for it to spin all the way around like that, I've obviously got two of them on one side way more powerful than the others. So let's check that out. We got 48, 48, 48. Okay, maybe I was wrong. 48. And then we get 79, 79, 79, and 79. Okay. Oof. Oof. Right, so this thing, junk. Okay, we're gonna junk that. It's junk. What we are going to do, let's change the symmetry to 4. Okay, let's move these ones. Let's try to make them all about even. So 50. You know what? Let's do 60. So 60. 79 is pretty high, so. Okay, so this should be 60. This should be about 60. Whatever one of the outside ones is, the other outside ones are, and whatever this inside ones are, the other ones are going to be. So that should help. Let's move these. Can we move those down? Let's move them down as far as we can. And let's try to get this. Stop it. Yes, let's do that. So we've got that on that side. Let's put it on this side. Like that. Like that. That should work. That's a little more balanced. Let's move these. Like that. I mean, it's close. It's close. It's closer than it was. It's all about the thrust levels at this point. When you've got it this big, you can't go up too fast or else you get the rubber dildo. And if you go too slow, it falls over. I don't know. It seems to be better. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Alright. Try some rockets facing sideways and rifle it into space. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna change the whole design of this thing because those solid engines, solid rocket fuel engines, they're not cutting it for us. They're bulky, they're very hard to get set up properly. You know, so that's the thing. Let's try this. Actually, something I just thought of. Maybe we should try this. I just had a thought because I had those 4 to get it all the way up there to begin with. Specifically because once I got up there, I didn't have enough fuel to get it to orbit. So now that I've got a second stage specifically for getting the speed up to get into orbit, and another stage for getting back, maybe only 2 of these, or 4 of these, sorry, will cut it. So let's try that. Or this is just not going to get up off the ground at all. I might have had to up the fuel. We'll see. If it doesn't take off, we'll just we'll max it out. Because as far as I'm concerned, shake and bake. Paint first or last. All right. Yeah, we're off to a good start. Slow start, but it's a good one. This is not gonna get us into orbit. This thing is not doing nothing. Okay, I just saw what the problem is. I just saw what the problem is. I promise I'm gonna get it this time. I'm gonna get it this time. So my problem is that those rockets are still too high. So we're gonna move this up. Change this all to 4 so we can pick everything up and place it at the same time. We're gonna move this down. We're gonna put this down. Oh my gosh, why are you such an annoyance to put on here? Where are you going? This is so touchy. Okay, are they on? No, they're not on. They're not on at all. Okay, you were on, and then you decided to glitch out or something. I don't know. How's that? It seems to be on. How far are we from the bottom? Perfect. What we're going to do is we are going to boost them up to 70. We'll boost them up to 70. Okay. And we're going to launch it again. This should keep it a little bit more stable since all the weight's down at the bottom. Or we're going to skip it across the ocean like a rock. See a little bit of dildo action going on. Not enough speed. Not enough speed. If any of you have any ideas, let me know. I'd like to hear them. I've got one thought. I don't want to do it, but I've got one thought. Now what I'm gonna do, I've got one more thing I'm gonna try before I end up doing that though. And we'll see how it works. 4. Actually, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 6. So 6 is too many, apparently. on a little thing like this. Okay, so easy. We'll go back to 4. What is going on? Thank you. Swear to God, I can't play a single game without it glitching out on me. Okay, get up here. See how high up we are now? Like, we just keep getting higher and higher in this. Like, eventually, I just keep bringing it up so I can actually work on the thing, and it just... goddamn thing. Alright, so we've got one of these. We're gonna put 2 more of these on. Just getting a little closer so we can see what's up. That's what we're looking for. Right, so it's lower. So aerodynamics, we're going to put those on there, right? We've got some fins just hanging out, just waiting to be used, you know? You know there's a way of moving the camera down. No, I didn't know there was a way to move the camera down. I did not know that. That's why I keep doing that. Is there a way to move the camera down? Because please, for the love of God, tell me what it is. What's this way? How do I move the camera down? How do I do it? How do I do this? You can't tell me there's a way. I just found it out! Look at that! Oh, that's amazing! Wow! 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 Oh, wow! Oh, wow! 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 Oh, wow! Alright, so... Okay, so we're going to move all of this into here because that's extra. We're going to move all of this into there because that's extra. Whoa! Oh, whoa! Whoa, dude! So that's like totally tubular, you know? Righteous. So... Okay, so that should do it. Let's try this. We've got more weight, so it should be yanking it down, so hopefully we don't get the rubber dildo thing going on. Hopefully. Because if this spaceship turns into another sex toy, I swear to God, that's it. That's it with this design. I thought I had a good thing going. We got into space. We orbited, and then... Yeah, see, I like it. I like it when it's floppy. It just it always droops to the left. I mean, this would be pretty cool to see. Oh, yeah, it's doing the sex toy thing again. Yeah, that's a rip. I think we just lost Jebediah. Looks stables, has aerodynamic floppiness. That should be a scientific term right there, aerodynamic floppiness. Did we lose Jebediah? Yes, we did not lose Jebediah. I thought for sure he was dead because I've done that before and he was dead. So that's a thing. Also, Nightbot, I'm going to have to update Nightbot because if you are watching this on Twitch currently, I have a YouTube channel, The Demi-Surgeon, as well, where you can see all of the archived streams, and we're going to be adding some new content to there shortly. So if you would be so kind to check that out, like and subscribe, and follow the Twitch channel. I'd super appreciate it. Alright, anyways, continuing on. So we have some aerodynamic floppiness. I just think it's too long. Know what I mean? Let's can I pick it up? Is that a thing? Can I you gonna let me pick it up? There we go. Look at that, problem solved. Let's start right from the beginning. Okay? Let's bring it down. Oh, I'm so excited I know that. You know how long that's baned my existence? Not knowing how to do that, I just kept going higher and higher and higher. Eventually, like, the top of it would be, like, up in the roof, and I'd be like, trying to get around front. I didn't know you could do that right there. And I'm excited about this one thing more than any part of the game in general. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build that. Okay, we got one of those. These doobobs. So let's build that. We are going to put one of these on here. Yes. Payload. Service bay. We don't have anything that we need service bays for. So, like, we're not gonna, like, totally have one of those, you know what I'm saying? Science Junior. Those are handy. We do want one of those. We're gonna have that. Okay. So we're gonna put one of these on. We are going to put one of these on just above it. We'll put our mystery goo container on the adjacent side. We'll put it down here just for aerodynamic stability. So let's make our final stage bit by bit. Okay, we don't want solid fuel. We've learned our lesson. We have learned our lesson. Have I learned my lesson about this though? Is the thing. Have I learned my lesson about that? Okay, we're gonna make this 2. If we make this smaller, we can put more rockets on it. That's what I say. We're gonna make oh, what's that thing? You know those things? Crabs. We're gonna make it like a crab. You know those like things? I'm just kidding, by the way. There was something else I had in mind. Ah, the Shagahod. We're gonna make it like the Shagahod. That's what we're gonna do. You'll see what I mean here shortly. I promise. And if you don't, then I can't help you. I can't help you with anything. There's nothing that can help you. Because if you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. Alright. 1.2 foif. Drill tires? Well, yeah, actually, if we could have drill tires, that would be dope. And maybe you can. Maybe you can. But no, I'm thinking about making like a little needle dick one, right? So we're gonna have a little tiny one, and then we're gonna have arms with big honking rockets, so they're gonna act like legs. So maybe not like the Shagahod. I had a picture in my head of something, and it was some sort of mechanized thing that I'd seen before, and that's what I'm going with, okay? So get off my back, Jack. Don't you come back. No more, no more, no more. A weapon to spaz Metal Gear. Colonel. We've had a few run-ins in the past. Back in Zanzibar. Alright, so that is going to be our firstest one. I have a disconnect? Yeah, I have a disconnect. Okay, so now that we have that disconnect, we need another disconnect, or do we? You know what? Maybe we don't. Cancel last. What we're going to do is we are going to put these. You know what? I want 6 because heck you, that's why. Because I freaking said so. So we're gonna do that, okay? And then we're gonna put these modular girder segments, right? So we're gonna put those on there so they are quick attached to this, right? So the premise is that when these get on here, right? So they're attached there, okay? So they're all attached, right? Like that. And then we put 6 of these mother truckers on there, right? We'll put them a little lower, just because I want to. They only go so low, though. So really, what we need to do is just move these down. Right? Right. See what I'm getting at here? See what I'm getting at? It's like a spider. Patent pending. I've created the spider. Nothing ever has been named the spider before, and nothing shall ever be named the spider again. Wings, because, you know, spaceships have them. I'm not entirely sure why, but we're going to have them too, just because we waste no expense, right? So that's that. What we are going to do is we're going to turn these down from 100 to probably 47.51 because it's the first one I stop on. So we do that. No, we don't want that. We want that here. So that, and then we want this to disconnect. We don't want that to disconnect until we are ready to parachute. So then we're gonna do this. Okay, so we fire these on a slow burn, so we have lots of fuel to get us up, hopefully, because there's not a lot of weight other than themselves. Then we're going to disconnect them. We're going to use this bad boy to get us, you know, into orbit and hopefully save it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I am. I mean, we've only failed every time so far, so what's the worst that could happen, right? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Slow, steady, wins the race, straight as an arrow. So what we are going to do, can we pivot? This is working well. We're picking up speed now that the air's getting thinner. I mean, we're barely out of the atmosphere. We're halfway through fuel, but I feel like it should, because just by sheer luck we are heading at 270, which is exactly where I want to head. We've picked up a lot of speed. It's starting to thin out. You can see up in our atmosphere there, we're starting to get into the thinner air, and we're picking up a lot of speed because of that. Let's see if we can hit that 270 without melting, because that would be cool. That's fine. It won't melt. Alright, it might spin itself to death, but look at that. We almost made it into space just with that. And you know what? We may very well make it into space with just that. Because we are going at a very, very fast speed. Let's see if we can hit that 70. If we hit 70, we're in space. I think we did it. So let's get rid of those, just so we can keep that speed going. Okay, so... we are in orbit. Well, not orbit yet, but... what just happened? Alright, so we ran into a problem. I put a decoupler in between the engine and the fuel source. Apparently fuel can't get through. So we are dead in the water. So if you all want to shout out "bring him home," then now would be a great time to do it. The good news is that we are going to come back to planet Kerbal. But yes. So that's the thing. All right. For argument's sake, we're just going to revert so I can switch that right quick. Obviously, what we've just designed right here is phenomenal for getting into outer space, because it was just the right amount of thrust, just the right amount of fuel. It was just the fact that I had put this behind this. So what we're going to do is we're gonna zoom in here. So anyways, yeah, this decoupler is up there and the engine is down here in between that. So let's just yank this off. We're gonna yank that off. We probably won't need that. Let's be real. I want to bring all this back home. So hopefully he won't die. That should do it. That's all we need. What I am gonna do, just because I'm stressed that we're gonna get up there and we're not gonna have enough fuel to actually get going, is I'm gonna put 2 more of these in here. Just because. We know this works. Put it behind the Science Junior. Well, I was going to, but I want to bring as much of it back as I can, right? So, but you may be right. We should probably do that. The less we bring back into the atmosphere, the safer it's gonna be. So let's do that. Good thinking, Geldon. Perfect. Just like that. So we fire these. We decouple. We fire these. We don't want that to decouple. We want to decouple that as we deploy our parachute. No, we don't. We want another one in there between. That's what we want. Yeah, so then that decouples, we come into the atmosphere, and then we're good. That should do it. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, I got a heat shield on there, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Heat shields for life. However, the first time that we got into the orbit and we came back in, I didn't have a heat shield on because I accidentally put it on in the wrong part and it came off. So it is possible. It is possible to make it in without it. Now with those 2 extra fuels, we'll see what the difference is in how far we get up into the atmosphere. We'll see if it makes a noticeable difference. If it does, we may have to up the thrust a little bit, but I'm liking the fact that we're picking up a steady speed and we're not using so much fuel until we get up into the atmosphere, because that really does make a difference. We're at 300 meters per second. That's pretty good. Now we're starting to pick up speed. That's what we want to see. See, we're not going quite as fast as we were last time, but pretty close. It's pretty close. So we'll see if we actually make it out. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm unsure. I'm not sure the physics of whether if we kept those on, would we go out further just because of mass? Or if we decouple, would we go further because it's less? That's something to think about. If anyone knows the answer, feel free to drop that in the comments. I would like to know. So let's get ourselves ready for easy. We're not going to make it to the moon, but I like to practice getting in the trajectory in order to. So yeah, we definitely made it into space, didn't we? All right. So let's check our map. Oops. I don't want to run out of fuel is the thing, because if we run out of fuel, we are in troubles. Let's go a little bit more horizontal here. I should be able to do it though. It's going to be a loopy one, but we're going to do it. And I think we just ran out of fuel. Well, it's good that we didn't get orbit. Maybe what we'll do... See, last time when we tried Career, we had the Poodle and the Terrier engines, which were really low power engines, perfect for space, because they used a really short, like a really small amount of fuel, and they were perfect for getting into orbit with. We don't have those yet, so yeah, that's a thing. You may want to get closer to the apex before hitting your orbit thrust. You know, I thought about that. I thought about that after I did it, but I still sent it. So we're not going to come back empty-handed, however, because while we're going through the atmosphere, I am going to collect some samples. So let's change into coming into the atmosphere. So we're going to retrograde this. Perfect. That should do it. That should do it. So let's just unhook that. That's extra. We don't need that. Just let that. That'll come back to Earth anyways. So full send, no regrets. That's right. What I am going to do is when we're coming into orbit, I'm going to start playing around with this stuff, get as much scientific stuff as we can as we're going through the atmosphere, because we'll see what happens. I want to let me man, this game is lagging hard. What's going on? Open doors. There we go. Close doors. Perfect. Okay. So let's speed this up a little bit. We're still going out. Out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, folks? Look at that. Now, something I should have thought of is if we get too close to the moon, it could slingshot us like it did our other poor Kerbal. Never to be seen by again. He is off in the solar system somewhere. He's been there for almost 25 years, by my guess. 3, 1, right. Ooh. Okay. So let's retrograde that again. Okay. Look at this. What's going on? What are you doing? Observe mystery goo. Keep it secure. Okay. Oh oh, what is going on? I got no words. I got no words for what just occurred there. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I don't know what happened. What went wrong? That disconnected. And then, right? Because that heat shield is above that. But when I did that, what went wrong? That's what I want to know. The goo tank started it all, you think? Think so? It's weird because I've never had any problems with it before. It's weird. Alright. So we'll adjust that. So that should do that. So that. I was certain because when everything started to blow up, like this blew up, and then like the heat shield was on top of, like on the bottom of this, like the nose piece. It's weird. That's weird. Alright, but anyways, long story short, we have Jebediah still, and he's going right back out there. He ain't done yet. This guy's got a mission to do. The thing is I could achieve orbit faster and easier if I can angle on my ascent. Thing is, with this design, I don't have a lot of control. Oh, maybe a little bit. If I can get it to stay about here. No, it's just too much. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Come on, bring it back. Please bring it back. Too much. Alright, so we should wait until we're a little bit faster. I'm laying down because I'm exhausted. I'm still watching, listening, though. Okay, I appreciate that, Squeals. You are most likely very exhausted. You've had a long week. Had a long week of excitement. Let's get a little bit more speed before we do that. At least 110 meters per second before we attempt to curve in any way, shape, or form. I think that's a safe bet. Maybe I'll touch it over a little bit. Start. Alright, that's as much as I want right there. That's doesn't look like much, but it's quite a bit. I'm talking about exiting the atmosphere. Come on, mother trucker, come on. Great but long. Yes. All the greatest weeks are the longest weeks. Who am I kidding? No, they're not. It's like when you go on vacation for 3 weeks and you're like, oh wow. After day 2, you're like, Okay, so we are heading in the general direction that I want to be heading. Other than the fact that it wants to spin, but alright, so we are free of that. Spin her around so I can actually focus on what I'm doing here. Bring her down, bring her down. Like this, like this. Easy peasy. So what we're going to do now is we are going to check and see when we are. So it's not going to take us long to get there. And once we're there, we're going to light it up. Can't wait until the third day off. I've had maybe 3 full days off since the beginning of October. That is brutal. That is brutal. That is brutal, Squeals. You deserve a day off where you do absolutely nothing. Yo, I'm dead. Well, if you're dead, let me know. I know a guy who just so happens to be a mortician, so... This guy... Okay. We are pretty much there. Yeah, we. Penguin. Alright, we are going to lay down to the moon. Perfect. We are actually pointing exactly where I want to be. So let's... Why isn't this working? What have I done? Oh, I haven't activated it. Okay. We're gonna turn that down. Turn down for what? Let's bring her down. Let's bring her down. See what we can do. So I don't want to run out of fuel. Because then we're cooked. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, it's gonna be close. Okay. It went into orbital. So we are technically orbiting. So what's the lowest point here? 49,000 meters. Okay, so that's in the atmosphere. So if we can change that to something above 65 maybe. I think that'll keep us out of the okay. So that should do it, if I'm not mistaken. Because if we're any lower than that, then we're gonna run into smoke and mirrors and brimstone and stuff like that. So let's take a quick circle around, see what happens. Because I don't want to burn. I do not want to burn. Not yet. See what happens. 68, 65, come on, mother trucker, come on. Look at him, he's having a great old time down there. Woo! America! $66 is as far down as we go. Look at that. Alright, so we have successfully gotten into orbit. There's a mouse in your room? What's he doing? He's just hanging out? Got a mouse hanging out? Running around, being all cute and stuff, climbing up the wall, trying to get out the door. Well, I don't know if any of that is cute in my books, but I mean, that's pretty sad, you know. Let's give that mouse some respect, folks. That mouse needs some respect. Respectione. Alright, so essentially, if we want to get back into orbit, all we need to do is we need to prograde. Is it prograde ourselves towards the surface? It's been so long since I've played these games, I forget what a lot of these are. I should let him out so he can go bother someone else. Well, I mean, like, you could just take care of it. I mean, him's just a mouse. And you know what? Retrograde, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. Prograde is up, retro is down. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I mean, I don't, but then I don't pay attention to it. So, that's a thing. Da, 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 da. So what is my contracts right now? Test the heat shield at altitude between 50,000 and we're gonna turn that on so I can see what those are. So test the triple T38K radial decoupler. We haven't done that. At an altitude of 520 to 530,000 meters. We're not there, nor do I want to be that far away just yet. So we will do that shortly. The heat shield, however, we can do that one next. At a speed of 1660 to 2040 meters per second. So that's going to take some thinking in order to get us to come in at that speed. You don't want it to put seeds in your bed again? What is this mouse doing? I would like to say a big thank you and welcome to our individuals that are watching right now. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I do this all for you, folks. To infinity and beyond. Oop, you spin me right round, baby, right round like a rocker, baby. Look at him, he's having a great old time. No gravity, right? He doesn't feel a thing. Look at this. We are gonna open a black hole. He's having a great old time. Oh, I should stop that. I should stop that because I don't know if the game knows what's going on. Alright, that was fun. That was fun for a minute. Now let's stop it. Yeah, let's stop. Oh God, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Oh, he's gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna die. I don't know how to stop this. Toggle SAS. Okay, we're gonna turn that on. He's gonna try to fix this. Hopefully he's gonna try to fix this. Because he's a pilot. He could do that. So I'm just not gonna touch nothing. I think I see it starting to slow down. Maybe. I mean, I pray to God that that we don't hit the atmosphere like this, because that is how you turn people to dust, folks. There is no stopping it. Nope. I just ran out of fuel, Geldon. That's what I did. Fuck me gently. Oh, what have we done? I'm trying to counteract what I've done. It seemed like a good idea at the time, folks, but it was not. It was not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So let's hope that launched us into. Actually, that appears to be making this bigger. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we are gonna come into orbit, or into the atmosphere. So I mean, as screwed up as this is, there may be some hope. We're either gonna make it or we're not. So that's a thing. We've essentially become a demigod from the looks of it. So if anyone was wondering what God really looks like, I feel like it might be just this. Look, like it doesn't even know what to do with itself, this game. No, that's not the right way. Which, like, I wish I could slow... You know what? I gotta slow this down. I gotta slow this down. Because, like, okay. Okay. Now I can see which way we're facing. No, that's the wrong way. What the fuck? I don't even know what to do anymore. It's worse now. Yeah, well, it wasn't for a second. We're coming into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like I've got to figure this out and quick. I don't even know which way it's spinning. It's spinning so fast. Like, it's not just end over end. It's now like doing like a gyro. Like it's like a figure eight. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, that made it worse. Okay, that seems to slow it down a little. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to use that ball, but it is of an absolute... Oop. Oh, I was going to say, we're going to crash the game. Like this game... Ooh. Ooh. No. Ooh. No. No, that's not the right way. Nope. 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 Alright, when we come into orbit, let's just hope to God. Okay, we're gonna detach, okay? This is the only hope we got. Okay. Okay. This thing's gonna be a lot easier to slow down. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought it would be fun. You know, like, haha, he put a song pun into a spaceship. That was fun, you know. You spin me right around. This guy is going to be a puddle against the window if we come into gravity like this. Yeah, I was expecting it to explode too, not gonna lie. I think I have the answer. Locked. There we go. Okay, that's what we need. Oh, this is much better. Oh my god, he's spinning so fast, there's 4 suns. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and look at this. So where are we to? Okay, yeah, so the gauges are spinning, so that's a start. Not food, check. Okay. Radar altitude, it appears as though the gauge is still spinning. Vertical speed is full send. Toggle switches are toggled. And, yep. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Oh, God. I can't stop it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stop it. It is spinning one way and one way only now. So I'm hoping... Oh, he's gonna blow up. Oh, please don't blow up. Look at this. This is mesmerizing. Alright. Alright, ladies and gents, you may just see the first light speed quantum mechanic wormhole just outside of Kerbal. You may enter another dimension. I'm pretty sure I am. I don't want him to die. If he dies, I'm straight up pushing pause just as soon as it does. Oh, he's in trouble. He doesn't know what's up. Okay, this seems to be holding on, so that's a start. please cool off. Please cool off. Oh, please cool off. Don't die. Don't die on me, Jeb! Bring her back! Bring her back! Oh, we're slowing down! Oh, we slow it down! Please, Jeb. Don't do me like this! Oh my god! Ladies and gents, Jeb is safe. He is safe. Alright, let's do a crew report on that. Okay. So we've lost nearly everything. Except our life. And really, can we complain about that? We just came back. It's to keep the spin going. It's the only thing cooling it off. It might have been. Oh, you need a period after me. Alright, he is cooling down. He is cooling down. He is fine, folks. That thing is almost translucent at this point. We have done it. A period after me. You forgot, you put a period after me. Oh my gosh. Wow. So test heat shield. Yeah, I think we are going in a little faster than that. But, okay. That's the least of our concerns. We somehow managed to survive spinning 1,000,000 times per second in outer space. Wow. Told you he'd be fine. He was almost not fine. Okay, Alden, he was almost not fine. You know, I was almost not fine. My PlayStation was almost not fine. The refresh rate on this monitor was not fine. It didn't know what was going on. But he's fine. I mean, like, did he die? But did you die? It's fine. Yeah, he was fine. Let's bring him back. This thing's going to evaporate the ocean. It's so hot. Like, when it touches down, it's just going to be like... Done. Done. Game over. Now, this is a highlight, folks. Ace pilot right here. You know it. You know it. That was gorgeous. You know what? That was... What have you done? Did you put... You spin me. U.spin.me. U.spin.me. Is there a space between you? I think there is. Oh, there we go. You got it. You got it. Perfect. All right, Jebediah. I hope you learned a valuable lesson today. So, judging by the conflabulators and the radar, we've entered another dimension. Assuming this is the nose piece, and we're just staring into the sky. So we should be landing here very shortly. 3, 2, 1. Here we are. All right, let's recover what's left of that. I can't imagine there's much, but fuck's sakes. You spin me. I like that one. He ain't no Jebediah. I hope this guy gets promoted to like Starfleet Commander. 6.2 science earned. We found another dimension, folks. And that's what we get. And $294 recovered from that $40,000 spacecraft. No XP gain. I'd like to know who his boss is, because I need to speak to the manager. Because, like, that is, like, bullshit. Can you imagine? Like, yeah, Colonel, I just found another dimension. I spun so fast that my spaceship was in 6 different places at the same time. Sorry there, Jebediah. You just don't gut it. You just don't gut the Jeb, you know? NASA should take some notes. Alright. So that's the thing, right? So that's the thing. What I would like to do is change that motor out and see what we have for engines. So what's the do we have fuel mileage on these things? Is there such thing? Thrust. And the swivel. So it's actually heavier. So this is actually no, never mind. This is the best one we got. So let's return. Let's save and continue. This one actually has done really well for us. But what I am going to do is see how far away we are from unlocking the Terrier and the Poodle, because those two are two that we really need if we're going to start doing orbital nonsense. So I think that's one of them right there, the Terrier. That's the one I want. It's final stage and landing. So that's what the one we used to get on the moon last game. And actually, we have enough for it. Perfect. Actually, perfect. This is worked out really well. Okay, so we are not going to run into that same problem again. You just didn't get it, Jebediah. You didn't understand the mission, son. Mission wasn't find other dimensions. It was, just getting out there and exploring, Do it again. Oh, we're gonna do it again. We are gonna do it again. I don't know if I want to spin like that again, because I have things like, shit, man. I got things to do. But it makes it very, very difficult to accomplish anything. So what is this way? Okay, so what is this one way? This is 1.5. This is 0.5 tons. So what we can do to offset the weight is actually put one more fuel tank on, right? And then we can put this Terrier on. So not only are we going to have more fuel, it's going to go further to begin with, and we have the ability to spin if we want. Know what I mean? String bean? All right. Let's hop to it. Let's hop to it. Spin again. Make that how you land. That's my signature move. The demi-surgeon land is spinning so fast you can't comprehend what's happening. So you're just watching like a Windows 98, one of them screensavers or whatever. Shit going all crazy. You don't know whether the game's functioning. Oh. Alright, so, yeah, that was the thing. I forgot. confuses the Chinese spies. Make Kerbal great again. Alright, so what we needed to do, I neglected to realize that this needed to happen. Okay, so we're gonna put... Stop it. Stop it right now. Get some help. We are gonna pop another one right in here. We're gonna pop this right in here. So we're gonna fire these, detach them, launch this, detach them, and then parachute whenever we see fit. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. We're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna see what happens. Okay? We got this, folks. We got this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Full send. She's a little slow off the hop, but she gets going. So we're gonna give it just a little bit of offset. Not too much, because it's really hard to counteract at such low speeds. I think I gave it too much. I think I gave it too much. Maybe too much. I'm holding the other way, just as hard as I can. Maybe this'll work. Maybe. I think I started too early. Yeah, I might have started too early. Maybe I did. Getting her back into the shadow realm here. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. No, okay. Things are kind of working out. Things are kind of working out. I'm not going to touch anything. Because this might actually work. It seems to be working okay. We are going fast, folks, so... We were going almost 270, so that's where we want to be. So before they blow up, let's get rid of those. As I said, oh, what's going on? Okay, easy. I don't know what's happening here. I'm on the dark side of the planet right now, so. Are we going down? Oh, we're going down. This poor little thing. Okay, so since we have such a weak-ass engine on that now, we need to get out of the atmosphere before we play with that. So we need to get up before we get out. Does that make sense? It should. It should make sense. Let's do that. Just straight up. No. Don't you lean. Don't you lean. I mean, I want you to lean, but don't. Not yet. It's leaning all on its own. Even when I don't want it to. I mean, that's exactly the trajectory I want it to go. But I don't want it to go yet. Stop it. Slow down. Too much. Too much. 45 is where I want to be at. Alright, so we have completed our ICBM. We have made an intercontinental ballistic missile. We are on our way. Okay, we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. What has changed, folks? What has changed? Why is it leaning like that? Let's let it set and get all because it seems to be all bouncy at the beginning, right? So let's let it chill out for a second before we go gung ho. I'm not tilting it, bruh. Not doing that. Touch nothing. See the yellow dot? It veers over that side all by itself. Okay, so that should help. That should help. All right, we're on the men's now. Yourself. We got this. We got this, fam. Oh, jeez. I hold in a sneeze, and all of a sudden, every time I hold in a sneeze, my elbow aches. Is that a thing for other people? That's what I want to know. It's like I get an ache in my elbow if I hold in a sneeze. Alright, we are clearing the air. We are gaining speed at a very quick manner. Sounds like a brain tumor. Well, it could be. I don't know. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, but whatevs. Oh yeah, we're making good time now. Look at that speed. I am speed. Those. Perfect. And we're gonna spin. Oh, don't do that to me. We're gonna go this way. Oop, easy. So let's see where our parabola is. Okay, so we are going to get to the apoapsis. Apoapsis. It's an apoapsis, folks. We're going to get to the apoapsis. Let's get to that apoapsis. Alright, we're at our apoapsis. There's a cannabis for that. Typical big pharma. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. So this little baby sucker doesn't use any fuel whatsoever. Cute little thing. So let's see if we can launch this into orbit. Get him into orbit, and then we're just gonna watch our fuel here. We've got a while to go, so. It's getting there. It's getting there. You know how it is. As close to that as we can. This little engine, it doesn't quite have the oomph as the other ones. May not be strong enough because we are going down. We are going down. So maybe we should put this up to a 45-degree angle. See if that makes a difference. So we are falling at an accelerated rate. but I'm hoping that we just fall through the Earth. Does that make sense? So hopefully we should make it. It's not looking promising. But yeah, we'll see what happens. About halfway fuel. About halfway across the planet. That's a start. Should start to get a little bit bigger here. Might have been a little late on the Apoponymous. So long as you can spin, everything good is going fine. That's true. It's true. So if we don't make it, we'll do one real good spin, and that'll be that for this episode. But if we can make it to orbit, that'd be great. I'd like to. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Go a little bit more horizontal here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Starting to pick up speed, you see. Starting to pick up speed. Oop. Nope. Here we go. Almost. Oh yeah, I better check that fuel situation. She's kind of close, kind of close. Oops. Alright, so what do we got? Okay, perfect. We are good. We are good. 79. So we are in a safe orbit. I mean, we can't see anything because it's really dark. Let's see if we can get on the other side of the planet here right quick. Hey, come on, do stuff. There, so that's that. We have successfully made it into orbit. So there's a couple scientific things that I want to do here. But what I think we're going to end up doing, because it is getting quite late. In fact, it's time flies when you're having a good time. It's a lot later than I thought it was. And I didn't expect to stream for this long on this episode. So what we'll do is we'll save the spinning for next episode. So if you want to stick in, hang around, chill with the Demi-Surgeon and the crew, feel free to follow the channel. You'll get notifications when we're going to be doing this again. I love this game. I love this game. I've ordered a couple new games online, so we'll be sure to be playing them sometime soon. For those of you that haven't already, feel free to follow the channel, as well as check out the YouTube channel. That is the Demi-Surgeon as well. You can find all of our past episodes on there. Big thanks to Geldon Quad and to Squeals. You folks are there every stream, and I really do appreciate it. For the new ones, I do appreciate you as well. And feel free to contribute, or if you just want to watch, you can do that too. So we'll leave it here for now. Hopefully that'll be it. We'll be safe. And hopefully it's saved, because I don't want to do this again. We've got some spinning to do, so hopefully you'll stick around for the next episode, and we'll do just that. So until next time, we'll see you then.